What's up guys, Scott from Overland. So today we're going to be taking out the Vector JKE-Dash Bar. Why are we taking it out already? I've only had it in here for a week. That's because I'm a dummy. When I ordered it, I didn't pay attention. I read it and just kind of glossed over, I guess. But it said you can't put 67 design mounts around this front hoop. You can use the Ram mount ones, but you can't use the 67 design ones. So they said if you want to use those, then you can select it without this middle plate. Again, didn't pay attention, should have read it better, but I've got this. So now that I've got that, I've realized that I don't want that middle section in, so we're gonna cut it out. Not the whole hoop, just the tray out of the middle. There's 3 tabs that are welded to hold it on, so I'm gonna grind those out. We'll see how that goes. But the reason is like this bar here for my phone is just way too long. It comes out too far and it bounces a little bit just because it's so long, and actually probably because I don't have it all the way tight. That partially my fault, I guess. But anyway, so I want to get the short ones, nanos, right here on the corners, and have the phone and then my iPad over here, and then a GoPro right here to face forward or to face me if I want to do a vlog or whatever, just so I can get good angles. And it just gives me a lot more versatility with this bar if I get rid of this. Again, if I would have read, I wouldn't have this issue, but I didn't read, so I have this issue. But the best part is we've already done all the hard work. So all the 4 brackets that go into the dash are done. We don't have to remove those, thankfully. All we have to do is take out the 4 bolts that hold the bar to the brackets, and then we're away. So it shouldn't be too hard. I'm more worried about the grinding and cutting those off, because I want to cut them. I want to cut them smooth so I can still put the clamps over top of them, and then we're going to etch prime them and paint them back to black. So hopefully it comes out as good as I hope it does. Anyway, so stay tuned. We're gonna go through this process. All right, so I went ahead and put some masking tape around here. It's not gonna do a whole lot, but if I accidentally slip off where I'm grinding and hit the masking tape, so at least you got a layer or 2 just in case. I'm no metal worker by any means. I've been around it a little bit. Some of my friends at Solo Choppers let me help on one of my bikes up there, and some of the other ones as well. So I've learned a little bit, not enough. But anyway, so straight to it, see how we go. So there it is, out. Now I'm just gonna try to clean this up a little bit and see what we come up with. So I can show you what the now's like. Again, remember, I'm no metal worker by any means. I'm gonna get this done. So we've got pretty rough there, and then here, but I should be able to smooth it down some. I did come off a little bit there, and you can tell where the actual paper did save it, I think, or the tape, just a little bit. We'll see how it comes out when I'm all done, see how much more I destroy it. But anyway, here we go. All right, so switch over to the grinder blade, and I think we got it. To get through that weld, obviously you gotta take off quite a bit, and it's pretty smooth. It's a little high there, so I'll probably actually hit that again before I'm done. And but yeah, other than that, clean that up, hit that again, like I said, maybe smooth it a little bit more. And then after that, take this mask off, take the tape off, put new tape on, just to mask the area that I want to etch and prime, and then let it dry, and we'll be back in the Jeep. So here we go. All right, so all masked up now. I removed the old tape that we used when we were grinding, just because it was tore up and messed up or whatever. Just get that out of there, and then just clean it up real quick. Masked around here for paint, just make sure it's pressed down really good around the outside. And remember, this is going to be underneath, so you're not actually going to see it, but obviously we want to hit it with something just to keep the rust from going on, and plus you know it's under there, so I want to paint it at least. So the etching primer will help set the primer and then dry it, let it dry, sorry, and then I've got a heat gun. I'll probably put a little bit of heat on it too just to help because it's pretty cold out today. And then we'll hit it with the flat black. Now I didn't go fancy with paint. Rust-Oleum primer, self-etching, that's what I use for that, and then just semi-gloss protective enamel, nothing crazy. So cheap and cheerful, easy. We'll hit this stuff and we'll get this thing back in the Jeep and get all the mounts put up. I'm most excited about seeing the iPad mounted up with the RAM mount on a 67 arm. So here we go, let's get it done. All right, so here we go. Mask is off. It's still a bit tacky, so I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit more. A little bit of the etch primer ran under here. I think I should be able to clean it off, but if not, again, it's gonna be on the bottom. You're not gonna see it, but you can probably just see how it's a little bit over there, kind of around the patch that I made. But the patches did exactly what they're supposed to do. They covered the metal, etch primed, and then painted over top of them, and then that's it. That's all they're doing is stopping the rust, and just so you don't see silver underneath there, I guess, if you see under there. But it wasn't too bad. Cutting them off is a little bit nerve-wracking. Again, you know, this is a really nice plate and I hated to cut it, but it's off. It's out of the way and I can use more mounts all around the hoop. And one thing I noticed about this, when I run a defroster, it seemed like the heat would kind of go underneath this. Again, probably not damaging anything, but it's just, you know, trapped heat, which the compass heading is right underneath this. So I don't know if that extra heat would have done anything to it or not. Don't know. I don't really use it anyway, but anyway. So let this thing dry a little bit more and we'll get it in the Jeep and start mounting up all the 67 and RAM stuff and see how it looks. All right, so there you go. No more center plate, which means I can put 67 designs brackets all the way around here, except for obviously where the tabs are for the dash mount. But other than that, I can put them on the corners, I can put them in the back, I can put them wherever. So I'm thinking GoPro, iPad, iPhone. We'll see how it goes. I've got a load of brackets to try out, so I'm not going to bore you with all that. We'll just show you the finished product. All right, so I'm done. I put everything in here about where I want it to be, but I'm sure I'm gonna be moving it around as we go. But let's flip it around, I'll show you where it's all at. All right, so sorry it's getting a bit dark out, but you can see the phone, the iPad, and then the GoPro up there as well. The phone's mounted on 67 Design's smallest one, the Nano arm, and that's perfect. I'm happy with that. The iPad, I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see how that goes. But the GoPro, the arm's way too long for what I need it for, so I'm need to get another Nano for that. Then up above, nothing to do with it, but that's the GPS receiver up there from Dual GPS. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way everything's set up, except for the GoPro. Like I said, I want to get a smaller arm, so I'll definitely be contacting 67 Designs to get a smaller arm for that one, probably the Nano again. Then I still got all this room for activities over here, so I don't know what I want to do with that. But you can see where the plate's now gone. Before there'd be a plate here, now it's just the dash, so stoked. All right, so flip this around because I can, but it also has a key. So you can lock this so it can't be opened. But once you unlock it, you just turn this, it opens up and lets your iPad come out. Then put it back in, you push this handle up, and it locks the iPad back in automatically. Easy stuff. Now there's one more 67 Design arm in here that I haven't showed you yet, so let's go check that one out. All right, so back of the Jeep. And there. So this one is the flashlight arm. I've actually got a longer arm than it comes with. It comes with a medium arm, I think it is. But this one I ordered for something else. You just lock it down where you wanted. This one obviously swivels. And then you can push the flashlight wherever you want it and then lock it in. Obviously it's hard to do with one hand, but you get the gist. So that's quite handy there. And it's just a suction cup on the side glass, and this thing's been up here for a couple weeks and no issues. It's stayed there the whole time, so there we go. But like I said, I'm pretty happy with all this stuff. Looking forward to trying it out and moving some stuff around, like I said, just to get it to where I actually want it. And then I have to worry about wrapping all the wires somehow too. But one thing I got coming is I have a Apple Play radio from Kenwood that's getting installed, which has a short lead on it that my phone can plug directly into, so that'll be that one sorted. Then I just got to get power provided for the iPad and the GoPro possibly, but usually the batteries are good enough for what I need to do. Then I also got to see about getting power up to the GPS receiver. Battery's pretty good on it and lasts a long time, but I'd rather just have it charging so we don't have to worry about it. But anyway, loads of stuff to come. Again, probably next step will be the hinges. I've ordered black hinges for this because the silver ones I have are kind of flaking and just rusty, so it's time for them to go. Black hinges are going on. Should match everything else. I don't know, stand by, we'll find out. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified for the next videos coming out. Loads of stuff to come on the Jeep. Get it all done, and hopefully I'll see you out there.